my name is Eric and I'm doing another one of my photography vlogs called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day. I am here at Onslago Nature Preserve in Sharon Township, in between kind of Medina and Sharon Center, Ohio. Very, very cool nature reserve. I've shot here several times. I figured it's time for me to come back. Today's camera, this is the Argus C3, the brick. I had one of these before. It tore the film inside the canister. Actually, as I was inspecting this one, I know what I did wrong. There's a little catch that there's a little spindle in there that you have to release when you advance to the next shot, and I did not release it, and it was basically grabbing and just tearing the spokes to, just tearing them apart. So now I know how to actually wind this thing correctly without tearing the film up. I'm going to see what I can get. The film I have in here is some Arista 400 speed black and white film. Black and white film for a nice little classic camera. But it expired in 2010, so it's about 16 years out of date. So I'm going to overexpose by 2 just to be safe. And yes, the wind is really kicking up, so hopefully you don't hear it in the mic. And hopefully the camera doesn't fall over. Let me see what I can get, and hopefully I don't break the film. Alright, so I've got my exposure set for sunny 16, because this camera does not have a meter. Sunny 16 says, on a sunny day today, at f16 your shutter speed should match your film speed. However, because of expired film, I'm going to slow it down a bit. So I am at f11 at 100th of a second. It's probably a 2.5 stop over. I could probably take it up to a 200th. And now I've got a stop from aperture and a stop from shutter speed. I'll do a couple shots like that. See what I can get. Be right back. Move the arm, wind the film. It's not breaking. That's a good thing. All right. So it is a mid-February. Snow has melted. It's been very warm this past week. It is very soggy, very wet. So when you're out doing your own excursions, be careful if you go out in this kind of a weather. So you don't trip, you don't fall, you don't damage your camera gear. I've got my, backpack on a bench, so it's not going to get all soaking wet. And I just got to be careful where I step, because there's puddles and stuff like that, and I don't want to slip. Now the other thing that I'm doing is kind of more of a zone focus. I'm not trying to autofocus a thing. The viewfinder of this thing is very cloudy. It's hard for me to kind of match up the focus. So I just kind of like set for zone focus at about 12 feet. So anything that's 12 feet, and that combined with a deep f-stop at f11, I should be grabbing 8 feet to almost infinity. Maybe not quite infinity, but almost infinity, without me having to worry about focus. The zone focus is going to let aperture kind of grab everything, as long as I don't really get too close. Just kind of shoot stuff at a distance. All right, so far this thing seems to be doing okay. I think I've got it going right. Let me see what else I can get. So the thing I am noticing about this camera is that you're cocking, you focus, you wind, you cock it, you fire it. Sometimes my finger kind of gets in the way, and it kind of bumps it halfway, and I just retake the shot just in case. So just make sure your hands are out of the way when you're shooting something like this Argus C3. The other thing to pay attention to, or not pay attention, really be aware of, is that this does have a mechanical cable release socket. You can use a socket and release, and you can go from a 1/10 of a second to a 300th of a second. So not a lot of variety of shutter speeds, but enough that if you're out casually walking around, this was like a mass-produced camera, so it really wasn't designed to be pro. It was kind of more designed to be, get it in the hands of people so people would go out and take photos. Because the fact that it was mass-produced so much, these things really don't have much value. If they're functional, you can shoot them, great. You get some cool results. Hopefully I get some cool results. Let me amend that. But there's no real collector value to them. I mean, you'll find them for less than 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks at most. I wouldn't spend more than that because you can find these out, pretty cheaply. All right, let me see what else I get. Now, normally I'd probably be going all over the place, taking a nice walk around and stuff like that. The problem is it is very, very damp, so I'm kind of trying to stay in dry areas, so I'm not going too deep in this time. Boy, that wind's really picking up. All right, I'm trying to count, but again, my spacing may be off. So this is a roll of 36. I'm probably not going to get 36 shots. I'm probably going to get maybe 28 because I think my spacing is going to be off. I probably got 1 or 2 shots left. I'm going to shoot them up real quick, but otherwise, photos will be posted at the end. Feel free to give them a thumbs up if you like them. Feel free to comment on your experience, maybe shooting an old Argus C3 brick, or shooting, normal Fujifilm. Not Fujifilm. This is a Arista black and white film. It's 16 years expired. I kind of correcting by about 1.5 stops, 2 stops for the age. And then feel free to subscribe as new episodes try to come out about every Friday, Saturday, with some bonus episodes every now and then. I did one on getting the sticky grips off, some of the Nikons and some of the Minoltas are really sticky grip. I did an episode on how to clean that up for you. The trick is hand sanitizer. Go watch that episode if you've got a sticky grip camera. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode. I'm going to finish these shots up real quick. All right, see ya. Okay, so I had fun shooting the Argus C3 and everything seemed to function okay. However, in development, the film kind of wrapped around itself, and I've got some stretch marks, I've got some overlapping negs, and you can kind of see it in the images. Not the greatest, but hey, these things happen, and if it's not in a camera that you have a mistake, it's in developing you've got a mistake or something like that, and any one of them can obviously affect your images. So here's the photos. What I can salvage out of them. So I said some of them were just too far gone, but hey, give them a thumbs up anyway if you like them. Feel free to share the episode, or it's a nice oops episode. Feel free to comment if you've ever had mistakes like that in your hand developing, or even a lab developing. These things happen. I don't put the blame anywhere. Just learn from it, and you kind of go on, and then you do another row. All right, thanks for watching.